Kevin Porter Jr. out there, is he okay for tomorrow?
I think so. We'll see. He didn't do a whole bunch today in anticipation of him playing tomorrow. So we didn't want to have any setbacks. We'll see how it goes tomorrow morning at shoot-around, but I'm hopeful.
At the end of the preseason schedule, Josh Christopher said how cool it is to go to all these arenas we've seen. Is it to go to Staples and play the Lakers, first time for your starting backcourt, to not get caught up in all the trappings and all the stuff that goes on there? Is that something you talk about? Is it a concern, or just, hey, just gotta go through it?
A little bit of both. Say a little something about it, but the ultimate teacher is experience, and them going through it will hopefully help them for the future. So, I mentioned the seriousness of this trip that we have coming up for sure, and going to Los Angeles for 4 days, can be tough for any team, not just a young team. So, that message has been relayed, but like I said, it's more the experience that'll be the thing that helps them through it.
People talk about the Garden in Boston, Chicago, but for their generation, is it Lakers and Staples?
Probably, yeah, probably. I mean, the lights are different when you go in there, and it's they have all the banners and whatnot. So yeah, for their generation, that's probably it.
Coach, with this road trip coming up, you guys are going to be on the road for a long time. How can this go into the development for the younger guys, just so they can continue getting used to the NBA life off the court?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's very much the experience of being together for 9 days, being locked in as a group for 9 days, understanding that we're going into visiting arenas that aren't going to be super friendly to us and playing against very good teams. So it is a big part of the growth of our team and understanding how serious this NBA is and how hard it can be, but how rewarding it can be if you go out there and do the right things and win a game.
Jalen didn't shoot it well the other night, but the way that he got to the basket, I think he had a lot more drives in that game than he did in any other. Is that a sign of progress for you, and does that matter sometimes more than some of the other things?
I wouldn't say it matters any more than anything else, but his ability to get to the free throw line was definitely good for him and for our group. His shot quality seemed to be pretty good as far as the 8 threes that he shot. We are really focusing on the whole group, not just Jalen, as far as getting our ball movement together so those drives will be available and those open threes will be available. So, yeah, he did a better job, and it's definitely something to watch for him and learn from.
Do you have, this is probably not the best question, but do you have a target for how many times you want to see him try to go to the rim every single night?
It's different every night. I don't want to have a game where he doesn't do it, but I mean, based on how he's playing, he should react accordingly.
Facing the Lakers' 2 consecutive games, do you prepare differently?
I would say we prepare for game 2 differently. We prepare for game 1 like we prepare for any other game, but for game 2 we have film and reference points that we wouldn't have for any other game. So playing the same team twice will be good for our group because we'll be able to learn what we did well and what we didn't do well, and then make the adjustment for game 2.
Was there anything that led to the fall off in three-point shooting other than shots just not going in?
A little bit. I mean, Utah's defense definitely caused some of our missed threes. They're a very good defensive team. And the way that they play with Gobert, they're going to funnel everything to him, and they're going to stay home on the shooter. So you're not going to get as clean a look as you would against other teams that aren't able to kind of funnel it to their premier defender. So, it was a factor of are not shooting great, but also their defense.
Coach, last game, AP talked about how difficult it was to score on Rudy Gobert. What are some of the things that you look at when you're coaching him to help him when going up against guys like Anthony Davis and DeAndre Ayton in these next couple of games?
Yeah, my thing is to go with force. If you go kind of like 3/4 speed or kind of in between, then it's really hard to make your read. But I believe Gobert had 1 block last game, but he affected 10 shots, and there were times where we would have an opportunity and we'd see him and we'd dribble out or dribble around. And the best way to go at force is with force to me. And we will learn that as we're going along. But we talked a lot about him going into the game, and probably maybe even a little too much, because it didn't seem like we were a little apprehensive when we got into the paint, and he was there.
Do you have a timetable on Danuel House?
I don't. I mean, he definitely won't play the 2 Laker games, and then we'll kind of go from there. But he hasn't been able to do anything yet.